This is a test with low battery life on this thing, and we're going to get this whopper plopper hooked up here. Someone already fishing here with a yellow and green thingy, but I haven't seen splashing and such from herring, but obviously they're here. The smaller ones always come first. They move faster, and the smallmouth bass and the largemouth bass come after them first, and they get here first to eat. I think particularly the smallmouth. They follow them from Mass Ave Bridge area all the way to the dam where they have them locked up. And they'll usually sit here on the edge of these rocks, or they'll hang out near the fish ladder, which is probably the same kind of features you have on any of the rivers that are coming from the ocean. Otherwise it wouldn't be a river, right? So we're gonna get this hooked up and see if we can't get some bites from something. There's always something around. Always something. And I also don't want to waste too much time. I was supposed to put a clip on here. I was like, screw it, it's my lightweight rod. Oh my god, I just let it, but I tangled myself. It's been a while since I've done any fishing. That's my own fault. But here I am. This GoPro thingy is really heavy on the hat. But this is what the indie yak angler uses, so I figure I'd try it out too. Let's see. Funny enough, that guy's sitting right on top of a spot. Wonder if he caught something there. I was really hoping this water would be a little higher. So this is really a test of this GoPro and see if there's one sound. I'm not even sure. I might have to get an attachment for that. If I do, I'm gonna buy a knockoff version. Oh, my drag's too low. And now it's too high. That's better. Oh, come on. Son of a bitch. Excuse my language. Just brought my other rod, to be honest. Love it, or I just stick those. Another grow now. That's not good. See what's going on with this. See if this hat's actually still on. Button here. No, it's still recording. Putting the hat back on. See what's happening. Oh, this is fouled up. Man, why? Really? How does it get fouled like that? Two things: you can cast it this way along the thing and just cast it right where that rapid's coming out, or you can cast it halfway down the dam here when it's not so strong and there aren't obstructions here. At least you got some waders and get in the water. And where that big ebb is there, where there's like a little foam thing going on, that is where the smallmouth be hanging out and waiting for the herring to fall back down when they fail. And they just swallow them up until they get too fat, and then they move on. So, this ebb here. Oh, that was a bad cast. Good lord. Why is... It's just tight enough. Why is it acting like... Anyway. Let's try a flip cast. Oh, I do have mine. Yeah, right there. Good. Usually there's something sitting there when it's in the prime time of a herring. The herring is jumping all over the place. They're sitting there. Smallmouth. See, just waiting to... I would get nailed right there by like a 1 pound smallmouth. He wouldn't even care. That's the bait is as big as he is. But maybe, just maybe, still too early. I thought there might be a smallmouth or two. It's going to show itself to me. Nope. Doesn't want to. I think it's just too early. Oh, I can see that seagull is going after heron. He's diving and diving and diving, jumping and diving. They're here. My little fat friends have not showed up yet. This is a spot I usually don't go to. This is a weird spot, just before my best spot, where I generally catch like a white perch, yellow perch, or something that I usually don't catch on any other stretch of this river until I get further down near the Perkins School for the Blind. So it's an oddity. But during the striper rush, the herons come through here, and mysteriously, all of the panfish like bounce. They don't want to bite. They're technically here, but they go deeper and they run away from the blue herring that are taking up all the land space. And you find it hard to catch them even with like a worm, a live worm. So I'm like, so I usually go to where there's less density of heron to try to do some fishing with my son and my daughter. Here, not so much. It's like, if you might catch a white, you might catch a yellow perch, because they're a wild fish. They don't care about nothing or nobody. They're gonna do their thing. But I have noticed with the striped bass, like they have some spots they sit in, deep cuts where they can attack the fish right after they come off the rocks there. The fish will blow over them because they're too weak, and the weak ones will get swallowed up easy. Everybody likes an easy meal. And then you'll just find them randomly out here, especially at night. They really start prowling at night, but not my cup of tea. Maybe I'll try it once or twice. I don't think I'm gonna get hung up on a tree that I've seen a million times, but this time I'm gonna hit it dead on and lose my favorite lure. Like that guy right there, that's a bobber right there. Obviously they were trying to cast to a nice spot. Meant to do this and did that instead. Happens all the time. And that's a good way for you to get some free stuff if you're willing to do the work to get trash out of trees, out of bushes, off the ground where people just leave it on purpose, or in the water. I really want to do some underwater trials here. If I had a deep camera or something, or I could just, whoa, that was close. Almost in it like that guy. I'm talking some trash here, about to mess myself up. Anyway, I wanted to get out here and like, I know in this water here, if it was a clear day in the clear water, quite possibly I could rock it out and find some cool stuff. Like stuff I've lost myself. I've lost several rapilas out here, not happy about it. But just like anybody else, I lose lures. I find lures, pick up lures. Remember, I forgot something. Should go back and do that. Topwater action here doesn't seem to be happening. For sure, I was gonna get a smallmouth. Up in those rocks, man. Like they're so aggressive when the herring come. But I am a week or two early. I need the actual herring to be so bottled up in here they have to jump out of the water to get air. That's when, whoa, there's a herring right there. Or I call it a herring, could be anything. Could have just heard my splash. Maybe something's chasing it. Now it'll chase me because I'm way slower. Come on, get after it. Uh-oh, I think I'm spinning. I got a foul hook. See if I can undo it. That caused a weird thing. Haven't seen a bite when a fish is going nuts like this. You never know. Oh, and there we go. Unfouled it. Basically, if you don't have loose line, this reel doesn't sound so good. I got it just for going to France and Amsterdam. I took this on a plane. It's an Eagle Claw packet. It's a decent quality collapsible telescopic fishing rod with a reel that I have set on before in the on the Metro on the T and crushed. But so it'll break under at least under 250 pounds of pressure. But not everybody weighs that much, and two, most people won't make the mistake of sitting on their own fishing rod when it's in their bag and breaking it like me. But you know, it's like I bought it for retail at the Arlington Bait Shop in Arlington, Massachusetts for $40. You can get it online for probably $30, sometimes cheaper. Walmart, they'll have it. I think they have it too. Sometimes they'll have it cheaper. Obviously, I don't know. You don't have one close to here. You have to go all the way to Route 1 to Norwood, Mass. No, not Norwood. Oh, not Norwood. Somewhere on Route 1. There is a Walmart and lots of other things. Some places I want to go, like Checkers. I want my drive-through experience and my shake. I want my shake right now. Alright, I'm talking trash again. Duck scaring the crap out of me. I need to go to another. Let me watch my footing here. Boom! Another option. So I'm going to sign out for a minute and decide if I want to continue this video. So I switched over to this little crayfish thingy, which is what I use. That or the crick hopper, which is a grasshopper cricket. Not really a cricket, a grasshopper looking thing. They say it's a cricket too, but it's not. It's really a grasshopper. But they're Rebel mini series. These are their best things. It's a crayfish and the grasshopper, and then there's like a little tiny little minnow crankbait that's kind of crayfish colored too. Never caught anything off that crankbait, but the crayfish and the crick hopper, whoo, they tear up the panfish. I actually need lighter line than I currently have, but there's still a panfish here. I might be able to coax it into a bite. I've also caught bass, but this smallmouth will obviously eat a crayfish if it gets the chance to. But this is where I usually cast a whopper plopper, and I'll get a hit right here. Boom, 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 boom. Or just around where the rock stopper there. You see where it goes like rapid, and then there's like the ebb there on the left side, which is hard. It's a freaking piece of grass. So usually I stand out there in that rock. This is all dry, but now it's kind of high. And I'll cast in that direction and hit right before the rocks. But with the whopper plopper or a stick bait, and I'll do it good. But get a decently long cast with this. Alright. But no. I want to go out the bluegill. I work it a little slower, but they wouldn't be. They've never been in this fast moving water because they really don't like to move fast, or at least so I think. Try to throw it out into the middle here, see what happens. I'm a crayfish lost in the current. Help! Help! Help me, please! There's no way a crayfish is going up the current, but try it anyway. Okay, it can't handle it. Too much movement. It dives real fast. Not even turn crank. Here we go. Slow water. This is where I usually see like a yellow perch. Go ahead. I've caught them right here before while I was catching the striped bass here, and then largemouth and smallmouth here. Remember those spots? Largemouth and smallmouth. right here, right where the rocks end, and to the left of the flow, striped bass just like in that little non-flow area behind the rocks. You can see it where it's slower in the middle. They'll sit there, but they'll also be in that huge current, waiting for stuff to flow over it. So if you hit a really loud and a really splash-worthy stick bait or a giant whopper plopper, they'll see it and they'll come after it fast when they're here. But not right now. All right, come on, crayfish, you gotta bring me home. Get me off the skunk meter. Oh, by the way, there's a lot of things going on at fishingatwork.com. I'm gonna make a little side video with my my iPhone instead of this GoPro thing here. Tell you about that at the end of this video, if this video even has sound or works, or I can get it transmuted over with some thingamajigger. I'm figuring all this new technology out. I'm old, and even though I am a software engineer, I'm still learning stuff. Oh my god, where does this slack line come from? For a while I was like wondering why my son kept getting slack line with this rod and some other rods, and it turns out they're just not good. He has a new Daiwa, and that puppy is a beast. It's the crappy master. It does not mess up. So quality stuff, worth its weight in gold. Alright, we're above the dam now. There's some other fishermen hitting it here. One guy already caught a bass in a spot that I never catch anything in. So, you know, I never think I'm the best. I easily think I'm the worst. I just try to improve 1% every day. Find something that works, at least in my local area, and then I find out it works in other places, or other countries, as you saw in my previous video. This crayfish is actually a slower riser than I remembered. It stays down for a minute once it gets down there. Pause it and still wiggles. Really hoping for a roamer. I know a guy caught a 5-pounder right here. Was it last summer? Yeah. I think it was 2 summers, yeah. And I was like, what? So I was in this pool right over here. Wait, this way. This pool right here. This is the Watertown community pool. And I was like, what? I'm going to jump out this pool, get my fishing rod immediately. 5-pound bass. I'm on it. I didn't catch it. Anyway, but I caught some nice 3-pounders when the herring were making everything fat. I actually caught a 3.5-pounder over at the Newton Community Rowing Club. Oh, there's another bobber. I was extremely prepared. I'd have a rod and reel with a worm on it. No bobber. I don't like using bobbers in the river because when you hit the water, the bobber actually carries the lure away and downstream until, if you don't pay attention, it'll be wrapped around that tree and it's gone forever. You know, if you hit the tree yourself like this person, that's gonna happen anyway. That's your problem. But if you want it to stay in the same spot, you need to cast it without a bobber, just a weight and a hook, and learn to use the old finger here to detect bites. That's how I do all my live bait fishing. I always have my finger on the rod when it's taut. I don't want the least amount of slack line I can get, or just no slack line. And I feel for very subtle movements and little pecks at the bait. It's very important in saltwater fishing because there's a lot of current stuff going on. Look at this bird. It's not an oriole, but it's a pretty cool looking bird for all you bird watchers. There are plenty around here, I've noticed. So I'm going to stop at one more spot after this, and then we're going to head back home. Now I'll make a little public service announcement about fishingatwork.com, what's going on, what you can expect, because your boy is coming back strong this year. You might not even want to hear from me anymore. But if you do, there are some perks for you. Ah, come on, man. Yep. I hate when I just